All right, remember ETF. It is trading a diversified portfolio of stocks like an individual stock on the market. So it gives you the diversification of the market, reducing non-systematic risk, plus the ability to trade the instrument throughout the day, which is an enhancement to mutual funds. Don't forget, we have been talking throughout this course the issue of return versus risk, higher return, higher the risk, and this gives you some examples along the risk curve, if you will. Money market funds in today's environment is essentially a cash account. Emerging market funds are funds that are investments generally overseas, although I suppose they could have some investments domestically. But the money market funds is low risk, low return, or no return in particular, and the emerging market funds are high risk coupled with a high return, and you need to become familiar with some of these terms so that you can effectively invest in the market to grow your portfolio. The next slide is Warren Buffett on diversification. He is the chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, and he has an interesting notion about diversification. If you'd please listen.
Click on Warren Buffett to watch this entire YouTube clip, but I just wanted to give you the setting. His audience is MBA students at the University of Florida. A student has just asked him to comment on diversification, and this is both his advice to the vast majority of investors, but also his opposite advice for people attempting to be like him. Enjoy.
The question is about diversification, and I've got a dual answer to that. If you are not a professional investor, if your goal is not to manage money in such a way as to get a significantly better return than the world, then I believe in extreme diversification. I mean, so I believe 98 or 99%, maybe more than 99% of people who invest should extensively diversify and not trade. So that leads them to an index fund type of decision with very low costs, because all they're going to do is own a part of America, and they made a decision that owning a part of America is worthwhile. I don't quarrel with that at all. That is the way they should approach it, unless they want to bring an intensity to the game to make a decision and start evaluating businesses. But once you're in the business of evaluating businesses and you decide that you're going to bring the effort and intensity and time involved to get that job done, then I think that diversification is a terrible mistake to any degree. And I got asked that question when I was at SunTrust the other day. And if you really know businesses, you probably shouldn't own more than 6 of them. I mean, if you can identify 6 wonderful businesses, that is all the diversification you need, and you're going to make a lot of money. And I will guarantee you that going into a 7th one is going to, rather than putting more money in your first one, it's got to be a terrible mistake. Very few people have gotten rich on their 7th best idea.